Hey, this is Jake with Roasty Coffee, and today we're going to talk about the OXO 8-cup coffee maker. So first of all, this thing is beautiful to look at. It's got a very small footprint on your countertop, but the nice stainless steel finishes. I've held a lot of coffee makers here in the last day or so, and this thing just feels really well made and really solid and sturdy. Beyond that, as far as the coffee that it makes, we're going to take a look at some of the features, but one of the things you need to know is that it's SCA certified, which just means that the brewing temperatures, the coffee extraction process, it uses a rainmaker shower head to sort of evenly saturate the grounds, all very important for getting the most flavor out of your coffee. This machine has all of those things built into it, but it's also very easy to use. So it's kind of a no-brainer, simple way to just get excellent coffee at home. So let's take a look at how it works and kind of what you can do with it. So the water reservoir is labeled anywhere from 2 cups at minimum up to 8 cups at maximum. And so it counts it as 5 ounces in a cup. So 2 cups on this would be a 10-ounce cup of coffee, which, you know, pretty much just fills a standard mug. So I've got 4 cups worth of water in there right now. So we're gonna brew that in just a minute. But before we do that, I just wanted to show you kind of the insides of this thing. So when you flip this up, you can see the shower head that I described, which it kind of has it spread out, which is perfect for this because it will saturate the grounds evenly and helps with that SCA certification that I talked about as far as knowing that it's brewing your coffee to those specifications. On the inside, you see that it has 2 different brew baskets. And so first it's got the one that's used for just like a single cup. So if you're gonna be doing 2 to 4 cups on this, is what it suggests for. It's got a little bit of a smaller filter that goes in there. And then that's going to help with the brewing process to where you get an evenly extracted cup of coffee. But it also has a full-size basket in here as well. It takes a paper coffee filter. It does come with a few starter filters when you first get the machine, so it's ready to go out of the box, and then you can use whichever one is gonna fit best for however much coffee that you're making. So I'm gonna make what it recommends for 4 cups. So I'm just gonna leave the smaller basket in here. So it just pushes right back in. And then on the front, you've got a few options. First, you've got the power button. Very simple, obviously. And then there's essentially 2 different buttons. One just says 2 to 4 cups, and then the other says 6 to 8 cups. And that's just so the machine can kind of make adjustments with how it's heating and distributing the water, so it's going to do it the appropriate way based on how much coffee that you're making. So again, when I get this thing started, I'm gonna do the 2 to 4 cup mode because that's how much water that I've got inside the reservoir, and it's gonna use all the water that you have in there. So obviously you want to make sure that you're measuring things out, have the right amount of water in there for however much coffee you put in the basket to start with. Let's taste the coffee and see how it goes. So I've got my beans ground already. I'm going to go ahead and fire them in here and see how this thing works. All right, so my cup has just finished brewing. One thing that you may have noticed, I was able to pull out the carafe while it was brewing because it does have an auto drip stop feature. So other than some coffee makers where you sort of manually turn that off, it just has a little thing that'll just, as you pull it out, it kind of stops the coffee there so you can sneak a quick cup while it's brewing, which is a pretty cool feature. And something else that I wanted to show you real quick is on the front of it, you can tell it whether you're doing just a single mug of coffee or the full carafe, which is what we did. And the reason that you do that is because it sort of enables that feature I just talked about. So with the carafe, it knows what you're doing, and so it will have that auto drip stop feature. Obviously with the mug, it's gonna be smaller and not pushed up against it, and so it'll go ahead and work that way. So it's just important to make note of that. And then one other thing that's pretty cool is that if you are doing a single cup, this little piece on the bottom sort of flips out, and you can turn it over and kind of elevate and set a little travel mug on there or something like that. And so it's built to do that, and it's just a kind of a neat little feature that's built in that you may not even notice just because it's so subtle, but I really like that as well. Again, I love how this thing feels. It's like heavy in a good way. It just feels like it's really quality made. Really nice piece of equipment here. So the coffee is very good. I'm not the kind of guy that's gonna give you all the flavor notes and stuff, but it's excellent. I can say that we've been brewing the same coffee, grinding the same beans, preparing them the same way, all day today as we go through a variety of different drip coffee makers from the very low end to the very high end. And I would say this is up there with some of the best. So it tastes excellent, very consistent, love it. Overall, this machine, for the price point, I really like it a lot. You know, if you're looking to just upgrade from a cheaper machine to something like this, it looks beautiful. It kind of looks and feels high end in my opinion. It's so simple to work, but the features that are built in the SCA certification just let you know that it's gonna make an excellent cup of coffee. So it's really kind of hard to screw up. Not a lot of bells and whistles, but for what it is, it's really, really good at what it does. So if you're interested in it, check out the link in the description below. Read more reviews and find more information. Or you can watch our other videos if you'd like to see some other drip coffee maker options. We've got those as well. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it.